Today we've got a 2002 Pontiac Grand Am GT, and basically it's got some very fogged and faded headlights. As you can see, this fog and fade and kind of yellowing that happens on these lights. This happens after several years from the sun. It just ruins the front of these. There's a lot of products out there to clean them, basically to buff them out. I've seen them work sometimes. A lot of times you do all that work and they're still kind of faded and fogged. So we chose to go ahead and replace these headlights. They're actually very easy to replace, and they're also very inexpensive. We sell them on our website for about $75 for the set. So, and you'll get a good idea here. Here's a really worn, faded light. Here is the difference. There's a brand new headlight. I mean, it's night and day difference. So, yeah, you can get the cleaner and try and clean them, or you can go ahead and replace them. Also, the replacement comes with a new low beam bulb, which is nice. It's already installed. These lights are actually really simple. If you look at them, they've got little quick connects that hold them into place. Once we get this out, you can see it. They basically just kind of snap in there in these little holders, and we'll show you that. They come with all this hardware. Comes with the new light already snapped together. These are very nice lights. So we're going to go through and show you how to do this. Okay, so the first thing we'll do, obviously, pop the hood so we can get to the headlights. There is a plastic panel covering up the front part of this area here, so we're going to want to remove that. This panel basically is just held in with these little plastic push pins. What these push pins look like, here's one that's out of it. This is the push pin. It's got two fat sides and a skinny part at the top. With the center part pushed down, the fat sides are pushed all the way out, and that's what basically holds that in place. So all you got to do is grab a pair of pliers or something and pull up on the centerpiece and wiggle it around. You can actually pull this up and the hole will make those two close. So that's an idea how that works. We'll show you how to get it out. Again, just take the center part of it, pull it up, just wiggle it up like so. Once you get it wiggled up, you can wiggle these right out and they pop right out. So you're going to have about 7 or 8 of them, so go ahead and remove all those. We've removed most of them for the video. This is the last one. And take them all off, lay them off to the side. You're going to want to reuse those. Okay, once that is off, this plastic cover here is loose. You'll want to start at one end and just start pulling it off. This part is tucked underneath the fender. Just lift that off. This part comes up right underneath the bumper. Basically take that whole piece off, lay it off to the side. You now have access to these headlights. These headlights actually have little quick connect sliders. If you look closely, that's a little tab. You're gonna grab that tab. This is how easy these things are. Grab that tab, 1 or 2 fingers. You might have to wiggle it out. Like so. If you notice that little clip right there is what's in there. You pull it back, lift it up. There's another one over here. Pull it out to release the tab. Pull it up. I believe these just have those 2. And these lights pop right out. Very simple. You got the whole headlight out with just those 2 little slides. This comes with a new light bulb, so we're going to leave it in. These 2 bulbs need to be transferred over. All the hardware comes with the new light. This little side marker light needs to be spun out too. The way these come off, you just twist them and pop them out like so. Pop them out. This has a little tab you push on. And we got all the wires connected. We do have a little keeper here. We're going to want to remove that keeper. You just grab on it and pull it out. Okay, our main headlight comes right out of there. And you can lay that off lay the old light off to the side. If you notice, this has a snap ring thing, kind of holds it in place. These things are so brittle, the plastic just breaks right off of them. So that's what's nice about our headlights. They come with a brand new one. I'll show you here. Comes with a new one that's been redesigned. It's a lock tab. It holds the headlight into place. It's very nice, and it lasts longer than the original ones do. So basically we'll lay this down and start transferring some of the bulbs over. One thing you'd want to do, which we didn't, is before you go ahead and replace all these, make sure they all work. We could have did it on the old light. You could also do it without the light plugged in. You really could. You could just turn the lights on, turn the turn signals on. We're going to go ahead and snap that one on. Our old keeper slides right into the new headlight, like so. Twist and lock these in. If you see that where that tab goes, it locks it into place. So you want to make sure it goes the same way. Okay, we got the light all installed. One thing you'll want to look at is this is the adjuster. This little adjuster should poke up through here. There's actually a spot right here that it should come through. It's right next to your little quick release clip. So you basically also pay attention to these. These have slides on them. These little slides, they're grooved. You're going to want those grooves to slide into the proper place. That's the only thing you really got to be careful of when you're putting this back together. This is the seal for the light. You want to make sure that's in all the way before you lock it in. If you lock it in, just pop it back out. I'll lock this side in first. You want to look at this trim, make sure it looks nice and even all the way around before you lock it all the way in. It should be butt up against the fender there, and it should be nice and even all the way around. Once it's in all the way, then you can go ahead and lock it down. You can see right where that little quick disconnect slides into place. Give the headlight a little tug, it's not coming out. And basically that's all there is to it. This is literally a 5-minute job once you get that little plastic panel off. We're going to go ahead and do the other side. We'll go ahead and check the lights, make sure they're working properly. Do one at a time, that way you can stay working on one before you go work on the next one. So let's make sure all these lights are working. Okay, we got our low beam on, got our parking lights on. Let's put the high beam on, see if that works. High beam works. Let's go for the turn signal. Turn signal works. We're good to go. We can move on to the other side. Here's what that quick release looks like. It's basically got a little tighter slot here, and it just basically locks into place over the back of, right here on the back of this connector. So once it's in there, this clip is locked into the frame. This here holds the light from coming out. That's all that holds these in. Very, very easy. I've seen guys fight with these to no end just to change bulbs. It is just crazy. They'll be ripping this thing apart just to get the bulbs out. Move the keeper. Move this headlight. See, this one somebody changed the bulb but never put the clamp back on there, and the light's kind of moving around there. It didn't come out, but it certainly could have. The old light, that thing is nasty. We'll throw that out. Now, that one wasn't locked. That was actually just sitting there like that. I just locked it when I turned it. So make sure that's locked. This bulb, the orange pane has come off. It's a part of the turn signal, so you may want to replace that bulb. We'll let the customer know so they can get another bulb. Put our little keeper in. Line up our adjuster. Also, there is another adjuster up here. That little screw there. You're going to be careful of that because if you put it in this way, the adjuster will be pointed down. You won't be able to adjust them. So make sure you turn that up. So you have a little screw there and you got a screw there. But that's both. I apologize. I said that's the only place you adjust it. There's two places you can adjust it. Remember to line up the trim and the little tabs. Okay, one thing I'm noticing is this adjuster's out a little farther than the original was. So you can unscrew it a little bit. Not a lot. See if that does it. There. Now that side's in. Didn't pay attention to the trim. Snap this side in. If it's not snapping together nicely, there's something not lined up, so I'm not going to force it. It's probably this bottom one. Yep, I had the bottom one not turned properly. There we go. Now it's in all the way, make sure your trim's in. We're pretty much done. Give it a couple of tugs, make sure it's not coming off. Check your lights again. Got low beams, got high beams. And we got turn signals. So we're good to go. We're going to put our plastic panel back on. We're going to put our little clips in, and we're all done. So thanks again. Please visit our website, autopartsdirecttoyou.com. You can get a set of these headlights for about $75. With this video, you can save yourself a lot of money and do this very, very easy do-it-yourself job. Thank you. Have a good day.